Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. When I do what I do for you. Oh, I got a nice one for you today. Let's go. I'm back in the books because I got a nice lesson for you. Let's go. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's always a message in the story. For life, I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinker's mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know, dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht, be true. I'm going to take you back to a character that a lot of y'all may have forgotten about. He's called Set. Right thinkers, let's talk about the principle of Set. And Set, aka, is your ego self. And we all have Set in us. I showed you the picture of the dual personality. Okay, it's called the moral war. That's your heart, your higher self, and your lower self. You see the appendage on the side of Haru? That's you. But you see the head at the top? The body is the same. But they're going to show you, I'm going to break Set down for you, your ego self. Y'all know him now as the devil. Some call him Diddy. I'm sorry, I just slapped it. But this going to give you some, hopefully, a better insight on the psychology behind Diddy and his actions. I'm not excusing him, not justifying him, just trying to give you the insight. Let's play psychiatrist a little bit. Let's shrink this brother. But it's in all of us. Everybody don't have the opportunity to exercise it. We have pharaohs, ancient dictators who were just as perverted as the next guy. So he ain't the only one. So just stop with the nonsense. Let me tell you where it comes from. It's nothing new. Okay, let's talk about it. The principle is Set and how to overcome. My job to get you to overcome your ego self. Set on the journey through the tree of life, aka the psycho-spiritual journey we call life. But it's mental, so you have to get some lessons. All right, let's go. It's about 5 pages. I'm trying to break it down and get through it quick as I could, but it's a good lesson here. Let's go. The first level that we talked about above when we started the tree of life is that human existence is Set and Neptet. Neptet represents mortality. Ego and mortality don't create nothing. Recall, we're going to take Neptet out of this, only about the ego, so that's just the lesson here. But you recall the picture of Haru. I just showed you the picture of Haru and Set. And we talked about Haru aspects his higher self. We would call him Denzel. Set, the combination of two divinities, which is your lower self. We call him Diddy, of course. I can't help it, I'm sorry. But as it depends, so you got to hear with Denzel on one and Diddy on But that's Set and Haru, all right? But that's in all of us. You can be your best self, Denzel, or you can be not such a good person, Diddy. Get the concept? All right, there you go. This is all for educational purposes. I'm not here to cast aspersions on that nonsense. I'm just using them as an example. Okay, let's go. Disclosure. Let's move on. Now it is depicted as Haru and with two heads. One of the heads, which is the hawk, which is you head, is one head, and the other head is the appendage of a strange animal. Looks like a dog, an aardvark, or a cannibal all mixed together. But it's really no record of this such animal, so it's no records of this animal existing in ancient Kemet, Africa, Egypt. But it's a mythological creature that has no origin, no destination, and we will explain more as we go. How about that? But the level of Set, which is the first level of things you got to conquer on the tree of life going up. This is the first level. Okay? Why? This is the mortal war that's inside of you. Your moral war, where your lower self wants to do, your higher self got to put him in check. Put him in check. Let's go. And in the end, we're going to find out that Set ain't really the bad guy. Okay? Let's go. What does the struggle of life in terms of success and failures of maintaining virtue in life represents? Good, evil. Okay, simple. What this means is that this wonderful spiritual aspiration that you have, you come here in human form. You come here to learn a lesson in life, so to speak. So it's a class. You study the books, take your lesson, study, and you want to be a good right thinker or aspirant, good person, and all that kind of stuff. It signifies what? That you mean well. Yeah, your intentions are admirable, morally, ethically good. But often, here you go, for most people, the next thing that happens is that what? You get caught up in the world. You either get into trouble, you either get pregnant, get somebody pregnant, but life takes a wicked turn for you. But it's all at your hands. Don't forget that. All this is being done by you. And what happens, what happened then? What? So you have some positive aspects, yeah, good intentions of your personality, that's the higher self, and that causes you to do good deeds, right? And good things. But there is another aspect to your personality that comes out once in a while. We know about him? More often for what? Lesser developed people, more ignorant you are, the more often you're going to have this problem. Watch. Because that causes negative thoughts, bad feelings, and also negative and bad actions. Notice that the image of the body of Haru is that the head of Set, which is the appendage, not the original head. He's an offshoot, okay? But it's showing you, it's when you see that, you should know that, okay, I got good and evil in me. I got to make a decision every time. Yes. So they put that into display to show you, even within yourself. Start there, okay? If you don't conquer your ego self, watch this. And this is more, right there. There's more Haru in Haru, and only the head of Set that comes out. Just one aspect, and it's all up here. Again, all mental. That thing above your shoulders, and that thing in your chest, two of the most best things known to man, and they don't come with instructions, but you got to figure it out. And sometimes it takes reincarnation. So that's the concept. That's the name of the game, called life. But the head is all that is needed, what? To send the whole body and personality for a loop. Why? Because the presence of the head of Set, that means that your mind and the unrighteousness of Set, the ego, can now corrupt even the most perfect body. Neck down, perfect. But if this ain't operating right, this is going to fall victim to this. Evildoers, physical pleasures of the flesh. They're going to indulge in, that's where you end up. So there is an ancient Egyptian proverb and states that there are two roads of mankind. Again, Maya. One of the paths of what? Righteousness, higher self, Denzel. And the other is the path of unrighteousness, lower self, Diddy. And this is your choice. They made theirs. Denzel made his, Diddy made his. Your choice to either do right Denzel, do what's best for you, right for you, knowing what you're doing and follow that, or do what Diddy, do you and end up where he end up. I did Diddy. Know what I end up? Right where he is. I've been doing Denzel for the last 10 years. Ain't got no person concerned about ending up in that other spot. See? So it's just a lesson, educational purpose only, not trying to cast aspersion. Let's go. Now, I'm just using what I got at my disposal, as my man Malcolm say, by any means necessary. I'm trying to get this point across to you. Be your best self or be your worst self. It's your choice. I can use all kind of analogy, but this one just seemed to fit at the time, so I'm using it. Let's go. Where we at? Okay, now, an ancient proverb. And watch this. And this is your choice in life. Your free will, which is this thing up here, to take this path, but it is not as simple as your free choice. Why? Because in essence, you really don't have free choice. You think you have free choice, okay, free will, whatever, but you're really just kidding yourself. We rationalize in our mind to put us in the position to do what we do, even if it's wrong. Watch this. We're gonna get there. That's what the ego does. He just sways you. You are fooling yourself. Why? Your choice is determined by what? The life that you lead. Here we go. A person's life is determined by what? Their actions, not their words. And their actions are determined by what? Their thoughts. And their thoughts are determined by what? The said philosophy of a person to live by. I practice a philosophy, not a religion. I teach you how to get to God. I don't use no Bible, no Torah, or no Quran. Why? I don't need those books. I can get you to God spiritual with knowledge and understanding with philosophy. That's why. No problem with what y'all do. If I did that, I'd be a preacher, a man, whatever they call him. No, I'm a teacher of a philosophy. That's all. Moving on. Do you believe you are an individual? Most of us do. Personality, that's what the ego is. And what you're in competition with other personalities, we call it the rat race. I gotta get my personalities that is in the world. Or do you believe you are higher than that? That's becoming spiritual. That's where religion's supposed to take you. Okay, I get the concept. They ain't doing a good job. That's all. Belonging, what? To something greater than what? And more, I like this word, sublime. More high, more dignified, more regal, more noble. That's knowledge. Self-knowledge gives you that. Okay? Upstairs, internal, inside the head. That building not made with human hands, the temple where God dwells between your ears. And then what? When a person performs in action, that action, understand this, again, contributes to what? The building of what? Tendencies to move in that direction. If that action is repeated, if your life is virtuous, what happened? That sets up positive IRE. That's karma. That means you reap what you sow. You do good stuff, you're going to get good stuff back. Simple as that. It don't change. It won't change. It don't make a difference what you think and how you feel about that. But when you have a virtuous tendency, doing good things, right thinking philosophy, practicing selfless service, living right, doing the right, that's it. If you do lots of good deeds, what happened? Good things that happen for you. We call them blessings. That's what. If you have lots of good thoughts, positive ideas, you have a tendency to what? In that direction to do good things. When I was that dude, my thoughts wasn't good. They wasn't positive. So I went the other way. You can call me Set. Okay, back then, I was his son. But ego can't procreate. It can't make nothing that's one of a kind. That's another part about the ego. We can get to that. But if you are a negative person, doing wrong, sneaky, underhanded, whatever it is, it's not good and it will not prosper. So understand that if you're doing the thing you will, just stop. Why? You waste your time because it won't. And you say hateful things, you hateful comments, and now you start to develop what? A hate. And you tend to what? Now become hateful toward people. You become a nasty person. You know them guys? Sometimes I feel like that when I see stuff that I don't like and I want to say something, I feel like, no, I feel like that guy, get off my grass. But when you see, and I'm not hateful, but some things you want to, try to stop, but you got to let it go. I'm learning that too. But if you're, and now, different kind of person, if you're a lustful person, women like to flirt, wear tight clothes and everything hanging out. You're that kind of person, that's fine. Okay. You do lustful things. You lust after things and you develop more of a what? Lust as your tendency. He's a flirter, He and want everybody to always whistle at you and cat call, all that good stuff. Some women like that. And those who do that, I ain't got a problem with that at all. But don't act like you don't want what the attention you get, and don't do that. Come on. So again, and that goes on even after death. Your inner conscious things, be they good or bad, still goes on. That implies you in certain directions that makes you go that way. Now consider this. You may think that you can make a conscious choice. How many times have you tried to stop smoking? Stop doing something that you like, eating meat, red meat. I heard people going, everybody tries something that they want to do different because they can make it different. But if your heart ain't in it, it ain't going to happen. Simple as that. And we all know that. Somebody puts something that you not want to do in front of you. If I don't smoke, I'm not going to be around people who smoke. Why? What's the reason? I don't do the go-go. I don't drink. I don't do the go-go thing. Why'd I be in the damn bar? Again, not trusting my willpower, how much I could not do. Man, I ain't got time for that. Again, stuff that you don't need to do, just don't do it. Simple. Talking about not doing it don't mean nothing. Most people, I'm going on a diet. Yeah, I asked them what color. Moving on, because that's all you're doing, shading it with more nonsense. If you're going to do it, do it. That's the concept. And watch this. Now, some people put meat in front of you. You had to eat it, claim you don't eat meat, but just this one time. Everybody do that. Everybody promise God, if you get me through this, I won't do it no more. And sometimes we call that rationalizing what your actions, knowing that is wrong. That's the part right there. I sold drugs, and in my mind, I'm helping people. I'm supplying the man, you damn fool. But in my mind, I rationalized it to make it for me to do. In earnest, yeah, I was all in. See, again, power this thing up here in your shoulders, but which you cannot stop yourself from doing. If you have anything other than breathing, living, and doing that you can't stop, you should seek help. That's all. Just get some help. You can't do it by yourself. Get some assistance. That's all. You have heard that kind of rationalization speech from everybody who've done something wrong and realized it Monday morning quarterback and they never won a game. But we all do it. Understand it. The concept is to not to do it. Don't rationalize it. Don't justify it. Just don't do it. That's the part we fall short. And a lot of people say, well, just a little bit is okay. Ain't a big deal. Or maybe just this little one white lie. One white lie leads to another. And just a little bit, just one beer won't hurt. Just one joint won't stop. Whatever it is, once you commit to doing it, you lose the fight. Or sometimes you may even get sick or tired of hanging back and doing the right thing, feeling like, well, nobody cared anyway. So now what you say? Here you go, rationalizing your mind. Well, I'm going to go out and commit this sin. I'm going to do me. I'm going to just go out and just go balls deep. And in a relationship or an affair, side chick or a side man. That's self-destructive behavior. That's set. That's the ego self. And if you let that make your decision for you, that's going to continuously go on while he's going to always find a rationale for something you to do wrong. That's the devil's domain. Sorry, let me get this lesson. I see the clock running. But when you give in, that's your loss. And this is where your Christians and the idea come from The little devil and the angel? Yeah, but newsflash. If you see me do this every day, that's my eye. You can put the devil, the angel, care what you call it, but that's called duality. That's what we have, what we call choices. You can do this or you can do that. That's a choice. If you just had this, without that, you ain't got a choice. Moving on. Some things he give us choices. Some things he don't. He give us the breath of life. That ain't our choice. He give us either male or female. That ain't our choice. Had to get that one in too. Hope you get the message right quick. That's God's call. And y'all Christians, hey, the good angel, bad angel on the shoulder, that's where it comes from, my yacht. But this teaching, what we have here is a much deeper concept. Why? Because we're talking about is what you have to think. When you have an action, and that action comes from a thought that sets up what they call residue in the conscious mind. This unconscious impression, that which is left, is attached to what? Your cosmic force, the heart. A portion of the energy from it, if you think lots of thoughts, you are what? Accumulating what? More and more energy in that direction. You are what you think you are. You are what you believe you are. So whatever you think and believe in, that's the rest of where you're going. It works, watch this, for the good as well as the evil. Denzel? Did he? Simple. Your choice. And you can use any analogy you want. I keep beating on my man. I'm sorry, but it's just too easy. But again, positive or negative. And this is the true key to what? Succeeding in what? Making the transformation of your karmic IRE based on what? Your unconscious mind that impels you. If you're compelled to do good and do right, you will. Denzel? If you're compelled to do you and have your way, no matter what expense or who it costs, did he? Simple. Again, virtuous people, watch this, do not have to worry about being virtuous. They don't have to sit around and worry, what would I do if this situation happens? Handle yourself accordingly. Acquiesce to every situation and act like you've been there before, regardless of what it is. Act like you've been there before about what? Conducting yourself in a respectful manner. That's all I've been known to do all my life, even when it was bad. What would I do if the situation happens? Stay cool, maintain my respectful dignity. Okay, even in the face of adversity, even in the face of clink, yeah, I was still cool to make a difference. I didn't stop being me. Situation don't change you. When you get better, that's self-mastery. That's what I'm trying to teach you. And what am I going to say or do that I don't have to, because all the time it's going to work out? And this is from the storehouse of what? Where you have already proven this, and it's been proven through positive actions that was created through what? Positive thoughts and the actions of the past. So you know how to do what it is you should do. Practice it daily, get better at it, where it becomes routine, repetition. Now, if you're a kind of person who is getting into these things, the teachings, but you are coming from a place where what? You were cursing a lot. Okay, we got to check. The first thing, I never forget my first show over 5 years ago, my mom said she watched the show. 1 hour show. I'm just rapping. And she said, "What, baby? You didn't curse." And this is the perfect example. If you want to people who curse a lot, every other word is a curse out your mouth. And you notice how sometimes you try to transform yourself, try to stop, okay? And again, been there, done that too. You try to become what? Virtuous with your words and righteous and all that good stuff, okay? Getting better with your verbiage. All of a sudden, an insult or a curse word will come out your mouth. If you trigger that emotion, we all do it. You slam somebody's hand in the car door, you're going to be an MF in a heartbeat. No matter what religion you claim, that's how you're going to respond. So understand that. And you don't know where it came from. You do, but it's in there. That's Set. He's in all of us. He don't go nowhere. You just got to control him, okay? And every now and then he'll get to poke his head up. Been there, done that too. And you didn't mean it, and you tried to control it, but it just comes out anyway. I have a tolerance level that at one time was very low, so it didn't take much to tick me off and make me get aggressive. Now, not so much. So that's another, again, a change in understanding. I see the clock. I'm ready to cut this lesson down and make it a two-parter, but this is all about understanding your lower nature and being better. Why? To rise up and be a better person. Show your best side. We all see the bad side. Wrapping it up. Now, in this effect, your unconscious mind is what? Is tied to your mouth. Just like your butt is tied to your brain. You whoop that butt, it'll start functioning the brain a little bit better, old school. But your speech organ, okay, that's what your tongue is tied to. And what happened? You may try to control it, but you can't fully. Why? Because eventually your unconscious mind will compel you. And since the impressions are still there, just waiting to be expressed. Whenever I say you push that button, ding, 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 they get the jackpot. Sometimes it's negative, okay? And with that energy they have associated with them, this is why the unconscious mind must be cleansed through daily meditation. That takes out the nonsense, all the junk. Get rid of that. You can't just every day keep piling on. You got to do something with that. You eat, you got to get it through. Come on now. It's the same thing with thoughts. How about that? And what the unconscious mind does, the unconscious mind is the region of what? Your existence, where your unconscious impressions, aka your IRE, is stored. Your memory bank. You have three main realms, planes in which we live in existence. One is the physical, that's the top. And that plane is what most people know about. We're in the physical form. And there is what they call the astral plane. When you go to sleep, that's the astral plane. The physical body is there, but you mentally are there. Okay? And where the mind operates, where you have what? Thoughts, imagination, ideas, aka the dream world, or operating in that plane. But where do these thoughts that come into your conscious awareness come from? They already existed as seeds in what? Your deeper unconscious mind, a realm that you are not aware of. Okay? That's where meditation comes in. But every time you have a thought or you think an action, a residue or impression gets dropped into your unconscious area of mind, and it what? Spurts forth when your what? Your current or your future physical or mental energy or activity resonates with that IRE karmic impression. Meaning, if you didn't wake up in this life, whatever you got here gonna go into the next spirit life. The physical body won't, but it still has memory. That's called residue. That's all unconscious concept that you carry with you. And I'm gonna go to the next page. I don't want to shut it down, but I'm not. Let's go. I'm doing my thing. Now, good action and bad actions. Thus, the choice that you have. Do good, do what you want. You can transform it. How? By performing righteous actions when? Daily, today. And suppressing what? The negative actions. Stop doing bad things. Just that simple. And resolving those negative actions through what? Better understanding of the error. And don't do it again. It's okay to do it one time. You can say a mistake. Once you stop doing it, no, that's the habit. Now it's becoming habitual. That's not good. A mistake, you correct it. And your egoistic actions are the most erroneous. Why? Because they are based on unrighteousness. Your lower self. And it's all fettered field and is completed with errors, booby traps in life that you, what's that? If you hate somebody, understand that you hating yourself. If you're ignorant and you don't know that we all are one, that's what they mean. You're hating yourself, you're hating somebody, you hate yourself. You treat somebody, you treat same thing. But your hatred is a factor of what? Your own failure to what? To seek truth, to fulfill yourself in what? A righteous manner. Become spiritually enlightened. Become godlike in human form. And your failure to achieve happiness is also the same thing in life. You're never going to obtain that state of happiness chasing material things, acting and being somebody other than your true self, which is God. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh, I'll be right back. I got some more. I'm not done. In closing, right thinkers, may y'all let it be 100, me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be right back.